Apologies for absence.
Councillor Frost, Councillor Hayes, and Clayton's.
Are there any members interested?
Mr. Chair,
Yeah.
7.
Yes, Judy would do the same.
7.
Cemetery.
Oh, right, yes, sorry, yes.
Okay, thank you for that. Is there any public participation? Minutes of the previous meeting held on the 17th of March.
Recommend approve, Mr. Chair.
Any matters arising from those minutes? Okay. Right, item 6, the village hall, to receive the monthly village hall report.
Okay, the resident and Councillor Hayes carried out a check on the village hall regarding the amount of crockery available for hires to use and the general condition of the kitchen. I have put a copy of the report in your trays.
Yeah.
On the time to send out the agendas. So I don't know if you want to discuss that. I have got one copy.
Yeah.
This is this one, yeah. Wouldn't actually be able to make a resolution for this reason. No, that's fine, that's fine. As you can see, there's a number of items that need addressing. The oven needs professional cleaning. Baking trays need cleaning. There's items that need replacing, jugs, glasses, things like that. Oh, sorry, I think it's going to come back to you. That's we could get costing us to do this, would you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously,
Or is there anybody else who would be prepared to sort of cost this up? Oh, my hands go down.
The ground staff had started to paint the kitchen,
Yes.
but obviously now one of them's only working 3 days a week, then there's other priorities over his time. The suggestion of complete refit would have to come from the Bedfordshire Council.
Yeah.
That needs a refit.
That would be someone who's to deal with the contractors and central beds actually, to see whether there can be any proposals to completely refit it, because it's all antiquated.
It's very antiquated, it needs
It all
replacing.
needs replacing and bringing up to date. And I think the way forward is to discuss it with central beds and the contractors who are responsible for cleaning it in the interim. I think that is the way forward. If someone would like to do that. I know, but
I mean, I can email Central Bedfordshire about the refit. To get their thoughts.
I don't mind discussing with contractors because I've done it in my previous job, so I don't mind looking at the specification, because I think, we need to draw up a specification and they need to perform their duties, whatever, in there, because I think there is a question around the cleanliness as well. And so I think it just needs a complete overhaul, and so I think we start with central beds and the contractors, actually, who they have contracted it out to. And because central beds own the building, and they have the responsibility for the refit.
That depends on the lease.
So you need to have a council needs to take that on board, and we're in a very difficult period of time with the elections coming up. That might not happen within this council. I mean, I'm quite prepared to probably look at it if I get re-elected, but if I don't get re-elected, then it's pointless me putting my hand. What? Is it not possible to delay this for the first meeting of the new council? Because we're making decisions here that actually may not affect the councillors that are sat around the table at this moment in time. So I think maybe that needs to be delayed. It's only for another month, and I think that is the way forward. But they're my recommendations. I mean, if they want to be noted down what my recommendations are, and then the new council can appoint someone to do that.
Mr Chair, the equipment such as jugs, trays, cups, I'm happy to go and get prices from a number of people, Viking Direct and Wilkinson's, and have them emailed down to the office and have that by tomorrow night. Okay, I can do that individually. I would like to thank the young lady concerned for doing the report, basically. But yeah, that's that one there. But depending on our lease, depending on whether we're responsible for the refit or whether the council's responsible, we need to check the terms and conditions of the lease. Because if the lease says we are, then it's that was. I don't know the terms and conditions of the lease. If it's all right with you, I'd like to ask to request a suspension of standing orders, because I believe the former mayor would probably know.
No, I don't agree with that.
I'm just asking the mayor.
Well, after what Judy said, I think she's quite right that we'll be making decisions that other people may have to pick up. But I think you wanted to respond to David there.
Yeah, David, you're saying more or less what I have said. I mean, there's no point in buying new crockery and new if we're going to have a complete new kitchen. They're the final stages, they are, of any refit. So I would suggest, as I've already said, to defer this for the next meeting so that the new council can appoint someone to actually do. It's more about looking, it's not about looking at these, it's just about discussing with Central Beds and the contractors. It has to be done on, on a more professional basis than just looking at tenders.
Okay, yeah. Right.
Sorry, David, I haven't quite finished, so I'll stop you.
No, I have a long. I went around this site with Councillor Daniels on Wednesday, the 15th of
Yeah,
April.
hold on. What, are you still on the kitchen?
I'm still on with this village hall. I'm on village hall.
Okay. Can I just stop you at that point then, because you wanted to say something about the kitchen?
I just wanted to say to reinforce it with central beds. I'm not sure that would stand up to food hygiene standards as it is now. Updating, it's not very hygienic in there, even if it was
That's right.
clean.
Environmental health needs to be
Environmental health. Yeah.
Can I make a suggestion then? If we're going to sort of hang fire on this one, and you propose to do it, that we do this on the first meeting of the new property, that in the meantime, if we could speak to somebody else, and just ask who is responsible for upgrading, would it be something that seems to come out of their budget, or would it be something to do with that? And then at least it gives, the next meeting a start, because if we know that we've got to find the money ourselves, then it's a different game to if we've got to try and persuade them to pay for it.
I think the first line of doing that is to actually contact environmental health. They're the ones that can actually say whether that kitchen needs to be upgraded or not. And looking at it from my experience, it does need upgrading.
Yeah.
But the minute you've got environmental health
Yeah.
that will give you a report that states that it needs upgrading, Central Beds don't actually have a choice.
No.
It's their building, and environmental health have a lot more clout over than a mere council.
One thing I would say is that in the past, we have had things like the roof. You know, being the tenants, we are responsible for certain, whether that is included.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, so
You
we
need to, someone needs to meet with Central Bed to discuss what are our areas of responsibility are and what they are responsible for. They've obviously contracted out certain services into that area because we don't actually employ the person who does the cleaning of either the village hall or the kitchen. So somebody needs to meet with Central Beds and discuss what the actual specification around the contract was. It's a difficult situation because of the elections. I mean,
That's all in the lease, I suppose.
if I get time, I will contact them and start the ball rolling. If people are happy with that. Is that reasonable?
It's got to be done, that's the way to proceed.
Okay.
Do you want me to contact CBC about environmental help or about the refit?
If you give me the number, I will phone them and talk to them. Both if you've got the environmental health number and also the person responsible for these premises.
Okay.
And then I can start the ball rolling there.
Right, then, go back to you.
Right, on this building, okay. I went round just after 12 o'clock on Wednesday, 15th of April, okay, and this building is a death trap. Okay, I have 15 weeks, okay. We started in the resource centre and health and safety and fire issues, okay. Apart from the kitchen, through the whole building, every single piece of firefighting equipment is obstructed. We moved the notice board from the outside the doctors to enable that one to not be obstructed. In the resource centre, there's a metal cupboard stopping you getting access to it. In the office, there's a fire stood in front of. On the stage, there's a big bag of rubbish stood in front of the fire extinguisher, so you cannot get to the fire extinguishers you need to. Right? That's the first one. Okay?
Right, so can I just hold you? Can you get those items moved? Have you actually got it listed down?
Here, on here, but I've only got key points on here, so I'm going to go right through. In fact, there are corrosive chemicals through there, stacked up by the gallon, okay, and there's not even a door on where the chemicals are. And the fire door on the back there, you cannot open.
Why are you getting excited?
Okay, right, mixed it. Yeah, go on.
No,
Right, okay.
just keep it down.
Okay.
So you found that there's chemicals there?
Yeah, I mean, they're cleaning chemicals, and they are. One is oven cleaner, and it's corrosive.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I've got
Put
a
your bed in the shower.
What about today?
Down the corridor, down you go, and turn left. There's a
So
room.
in the back of the stage?
Yeah,
where
in the
no
back
one
of the
goes?
stage. Back of the stage.
Where no one goes?
There's chemicals. There should be HES chems, control of hazardous sheets.
So that's,
Can I just make one suggestion? Could we not have received a written report on all of these areas before we come to council? It's just too much to take in.
David, what I did suggest was that we need to converse with Central Beds and get a proper health and safety assessment done of the building and a fire risk assessment as well.
And also,
because the records, I believe, of the council indicate that they are not up to date. Vet for a variety of reasons. We speculate as to the reasons, but we are falling short. And until a proper official report is done and presented to the council, I don't think we can move forward apart from to deal with the obvious obstructions that David's
The
talking about.
first question would be, who is responsible for the health and safety within this
Well,
organisation?
it's the clerk of the council, right? But then the clerk of the council would need to involve Central Beds and seek their support in getting a proper assessment done.
so we need the health and safety executive to come in. We need the fire.
If it's done in a measured way with just some communication with Central Beds, and then we call somebody over to go over it, and a councillor is over with them and the acting clerk, that's the best way to proceed.
I second that. Should we, really, we just need the list of things. So you found that there's fire extinguishers of
Fire extinguishers blocked,
chemicals in the
up there. Fire doors blocked and locked. On the stage there's a fire door you will not open.
One definitely isn't. The other one would be the one to the nuclear.
It says fire door on it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you in a moment. Yes?
Missing fire exit signs.
Okay.
Health and safety notices not filled in. Fire exits, fire assembly signs not where they should be. It says your assembly point is, it doesn't say. Okay. First aid kits in locked cupboards, out of date, and not on what you call a grab. They should be on a shelf where somebody gets injured. They should be able to just grab and go. Okay. Cost sheets. I asked 2 members of staff. One to them said they didn't know what a cost sheet was, and the other one to them said they did know what a cost sheet was, but they didn't know where to find them. So we need to make sure that all cost sheets, because everything that's used within the right has to have a cost sheet. Rubbish on the fire exit going down behind the stage in the staircase. There's rubbish built up down there which would block the exit down there. Okay. Then I talked to the lads, one of the lads on Thursday. Okay. He's got a spray licence and he's got a strimmer licence for metal blade, or else he wouldn't be allowed to buy the weed killer. Again, but there's no cost sheets on the van. He hasn't even got the HAZChem signs on the back of the van. When he has chemicals on the van, he's supposed to have the HAZChem chemicals. They're a diamond. For the weed killer, it's supposed to be skull and crossbones, and if he's got fuel on board, it's supposed to have a flammable sign and a number. Hasn't got them. Okay. Nobody is trained in first aid, right? Because the first aid was left. So we've got nobody trained in first aid. Yes, there's the doctors here, but we can't always rely on the doctors being open. Okay. The blinds in the resource centre do not conform to the new British safety standard. They have got the continuous loop of cord which goes through, and because kids have been hung with them, they've either got to have a P-clip to connect it onto the wall, which can be stuck on with super glue, and the thing goes to a P-clip, so they can't get it from the cord away from the...
I thought it was actually supposed to have a break in there, so that it's got caught in it with break. But that's fine. Okay, next one.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Could you put that together in an email and email it to the office?
By 8 o'clock tomorrow morning.
No, not necessarily by 8 o'clock.
Past 8.
God, I just
She's
say.
been writing like fury, and I don't think she's got it. So, if you could put that down on an email, ask her. Mick has got something to say.
No, pass. No idea of the same.
I did have an email from Health and Safety Executive because I believe David has already reported all these things to them.
I'll report one thing to them.
Well, they thought we've got chemicals in the resource centre.
That's outrageous.
So I don't think he actually explained it.
When last time I came about health and safety, I got asked straight up, what do I know about health and safety? Sorry.